It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Falcons and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Now Bush on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on first down. Peck. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From the gun, Peck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. Now a play fake here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. That's out to the flat for Akers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give. Akers running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Peck. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
They've got his man complete. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Niners.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On the give, this is Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. And down right around the 37.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
On 1st down, Peck. He'll dump this off to Akers. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Peck. And it's complete to Martin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a handoff looking right. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may...
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he will find his man, Samuel. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. On first down, Mahomes completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So we have reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd down, Peck. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
From the gun on 3rd down, Peck. Got a man, Slayton. And he's got, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
This one caught by Kittle, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, Peck. And Martin's got it complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back now here in Santa Clara. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Peck. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, it really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's Samuel. Caught left side. The Niners on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Mahomes now to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Second and 8 coming up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. And again, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. The second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Another nice move. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
This is unbelievable.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Peck. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
D.J. Jones
giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes, rolling to his right. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Back to throw. Mahomes. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if attack.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Room to run at the 50. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Looking deep downfield.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. To throw is Mahomes. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So the victory here for San Francisco.